Try that one, really? Okay. Sure.
Oh, man.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most embarrassing product launch mishaps, forever immortalized thanks to being captured on camera.
We're actually on Wi-Fi here, so all right.
Number 10, Microsoft Surface gets stuck. In 2012, Microsoft unveiled the Surface tablet, potential rival to the iPad. But when Windows Division President Steven Sonms stepped out to introduce the product, things didn't go quite as planned. While showcasing the tablet's features, Sonms swiped across the screen and received no response.
I can browse smoothly, see great pages using ClearType, and have a great experience just with with browsing.
He repeated this again and again, but the device simply refused to do anything. This embarrassing moment was magnified by the live cameras for the whole world to see.
Movies and entertainment look great as well. Oops.
Despite Sonms' attempts to conceal the issue, the damage was already done. Unsurprisingly, the Surface tablet failed to match the success of the iPad, with the first generation being labeled an unmitigated disaster.
Excuse me just a second.
Number 9. iPhone X facial recognition fail. Apple's iPhone X introduced several groundbreaking features, most notably the Face ID recognition system. Positioned as a seamless replacement of the Touch ID, however, during the first public demonstration of the device, Face ID encountered a conspicuous hiccup. Apple software executive Craig Federighi attempted to unlock the device by simply looking at it, but the facial recognition seemingly failed, reverting to the passcode screen.
Unlocking it is as easy as looking at it and swiping up. And, let's try that again.
This sparked concerns about a major flaw with the feature. However, according to Apple, the device only required a passcode because multiple individuals other than Federighi had triggered the Face ID when they handled it backstage.
Ho. Let's go to backup here and get right in.
Nevertheless, it was an embarrassing episode that resulted in a momentary stock drop for the company.
Just amazing.
Number 8, Wii Sports on HSN. The Nintendo Wii and its wireless controller have surely led to a fair share of damaged household items over the course of its existence. As such, you would think that folks performing a TV demo would proceed with a bit more caution.
I wish you could see his face.
Oh,
that was
I need
good.
to work on my backhand.
In 2009, the Home Shopping Network advertised the console and its handy-dandy remote, but failed to properly latch the tennis racket attachment. And so the host sets us a serve and launches the Wiimote directly at the television, breaking it.
All I do is throw that ball up in the air, and when jeez. And there goes the tennis racket.
We give him credit for really putting his back into that swing, but don't try that at home.
That's a first for that right there.
Live television,
Yes,
there is
nothing
like it.
No.
Number 7, Bump Key refuses to engage. Bump keys have become an all too common tool for burglars seeking an easy and fast way to gain access into a home. So it's understandable that a news team would want to enlighten local residents about them. However, this Fox 5 reporter took things a step further by demonstrating how the keys work live on TV.
This takes a few hits.
What was supposed to be a brief demo turned into an agonizing few minutes as the reporter continued to hit at the lock to no avail. Eventually, he throws in the towel and decides to cut to another segment. If we got one thing from this fiasco, it's that this man definitely chose the right profession.
All right, this usually takes a few times to work. We'll come back, we'll demonstrate.
Number 6, Sonms Unbreakable phone breaks. In 2010, Sonms Technologies unveiled the XP 3.2 Quest Pro, boasting it as the toughest phone on the market. According to the company, you could drop the device onto concrete, submerge it in water, and subject it to extreme pressures, and it would remain good as new. But all those claims were shattered when put to the test by BBC reporter Dan Simmons. After submerging the phone in water, Simmons attempted to prove its durability by hitting the screen against the side of an aquarium.
Let's put that to the test.
To everyone's surprise, this supposedly indestructible phone cracked after just a few tries, right in front of Sonms' CEO. Needless to say, the embarrassment was palpable.
That's absolutely impressive.
I do apologize.
Oh, that's absolutely. It's
Number 5, Microsoft Vista voice recognition fail. Today, voice recognition is a ubiquitous feature in electronic devices. However, back in 2006, it was still a novel technology when Microsoft integrated it into their Windows Vista operating system. During a financial analyst meeting, one Microsoft employee was tasked with demonstrating the voice recognition feature. And let's just say there wasn't a lot of recognition going on. The employee tried to write a letter beginning with Dear Mom, but the software misunderstood and typed Dear Aunt instead.
Dear Mom, comma.
Subsequent efforts to correct this error failed, leading to a string of nonsensical words.
Delete, select all.
Microsoft attributed the hiccup to ambient noise, but something else may have been at play as the hall was clearly silent before the glitches started.
Okay. I'm glad you're enjoying this.
Number 4, Cybertruck Bulletproof glass shatters. There aren't many things as embarrassing as watching the highlight of your product fail in front of a live audience. That was exactly what happened to Elon Musk at the 2019 unveiling of the Cybertruck.
Yeah. Transparent metal glass. Yeah, that's right.
Hailed as a bulletproof electric vehicle with armored glass, Musk put those features to the test by instructing a designer to hurl a steel ball at the window. The supposedly indestructible glass only took one hit before shattering in front of the audience.
Well, maybe that was a little too hard.
The test was repeated with a different window, which also shattered. Alongside any of Musk's confidence, the red-faced CEO attempted to salvage the awkward situation with some humor, but there's hardly any way to come back from such a snafu.
Not bad. Room for improvement.
Number 3, Honda's Asimo robot Tumbles. How does the nursery rhyme go again? Honda's Asimo climbed a staircase, Honda's Asimo fell on its face? No. While that may not be an actual rhyme, it was indeed the turn of events at a live showcase of Honda's humanoid robot, the Asimo. During the program, Asimo was given the simple but seemingly arduous task of ascending a flight of stairs. The robot only managed to take 2 steps before tumbling down the staircase and falling on its face. It didn't take long before all of Honda's horses and all of Honda's men came out to try and put Asimo back together again. We could only hope this contemporary nursery rhyme had a happy ending. Number 2, iPhone fails to connect to Wi-Fi. Apple's keynote events typically come with remarkable new devices and a plethora of brilliant features. But sometimes they also bring with them the occasional technical glitch. Take the 2010 launch of the iPhone 4, for example.
Our networks in here are always unpredictable, so they're a little. I have no idea what we're going to find.
Steve Jobs' demo of the device was going pretty smoothly until he decided to open up the New York Times Live. While the display was reflected on a massive screen behind him, Jobs' phone failed to connect to the Wi-Fi and projected a massive error message.
You know, you could help me out if you're on Wi-Fi, if you could just get off. I'd appreciate it.
Stranded without an internet connection, the late CEO was left with no other option but to beg the crowd of journalists and bloggers to disable their Wi-Fi stations, allowing him to proceed.
I mean, I'm not, I think bloggers have a right to blog, but if we want to see the demos, we're not going to be able to do it unless we turn off all of these MiFi base stations and laptops.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Windows 98 crashes live on stage. Needless to say, Microsoft has had its fair share of product fails and mishaps over the years. But perhaps the most unforgettable occurred at Comdex in 1998. Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates was on stage with his assistant at the time, Chris Capicella, demonstrating the plug-and-play function of the then upcoming Windows 98. However, once Capicella connected a scanner to the demo PC, he was quickly greeted with the all-too-familiar blue screen of death.
You'll notice that this scanner build... Whoa.
Imagine having such an embarrassing moment in front of your boss. Thankfully, Gates was able to defuse the situation with a hilarious mark, turning what could have been a nerve-wracking experience into a memorable anecdote.
That must be why we're not shipping Windows 98 yet. Absolutely.
Have you witnessed a product demo fail live on TV? Put your experience on display in the comments below.
You ever wonder what the bottom of an Avatar shoe looks like? Well, bam! There it is.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.